My colleague Natalie just put some instructions in the chat as well on how to change your name if you're on an iPhone and you're already having trouble at all. So feel free to review those instructions if you're not sure how to do that. Looks like we have a couple more students that just joined us. That's great. Welcome to the students that just joined and just logged in. It's just past 4 o'clock, so I don't want to keep you waiting. We will get started with tonight's presentation. I just want to say a hello and welcome to all of you. I know a couple of you already heard me say hello, but I'll say it once again. My name is Erica Levy. I am the Assistant Director of Recruitment over at Bronx Community College, and welcome you all here today to join our Zoom into our major session. I'm joined from the admissions office with my colleague Natalie Gilcrotty. She will be in the chat. She'll answer any questions that come up throughout the presentation. She's also going to be sharing some really helpful links throughout the presentation, so feel free to utilize the chat throughout this entire time. You will remain muted for the entirety of the presentation until the end when we open it up for questions and answers. So without further ado, we'll just kick it off. I want to just provide you with an agenda so you know what to expect from today. We already did introductions, at least from admissions, and I will introduce you shortly to our professor. But after that, you will hear from the faculty about our engineering, science, and electronic engineering technology program. There will also be time for question and answer, so you can definitely have the opportunity to chat more after the presentation. And then we're going to go right into steps to get started at BCC. I know some of you have started the application, some of you have not yet. Some of you are already accepted, and just a big congratulations to those that have already been accepted. But we're going to go over briefly all of the steps, no matter where you are in the process. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Professor Sana, who will walk us through our engineering programs here at BCC.
And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ejaz Sana, and I am faculty in Engineering, Physics, and Technology Department. Today, I will explain you about two of our programs, Electronics, Engineering, Technology, and Engineering Science. So let's get started. So the first program I am going to explain about is Electronics Engineering Technology program. We offer Associate in Applied Science degree. So why you join BCC and why you join this major? There are so many reasons. I will explain some of them. But if you join our department, you will see a very friendly atmosphere and individual attentions. All of our labs, they are state-of-art labs, and almost all of them, all the experiments we do are similar to the work people are doing at jobs. You will have a lot of hands-on experiments, how to design, how to analyze and test in a variety of areas. And our faculty, we have from almost every area, from industry, from business, from academia. And at the end, you will see that they have real good, solid theoretical foundation in electronics technology area. So what is electronics or electrical technicians? What they do? They build, test, and maintain complex electronic equipment, such as computers, control systems, communication networks, power systems, and medical devices. After graduating, you can join so many different companies working in these areas. The program is also Abbott accredited program. That means the degree is accredited. You can go any college, anywhere, and they will recognize the degree. You can apply government jobs and you will never have problem because the degree is accredited from Abbott. So these are the program outcomes. Every student who finish the degree, they will be able to analyze and interpret technical data. They will know how to use the mathematics to solve problems in electronics. You will be able to do standard tests and measurements. You can conduct, analyze, and interpret experiments. And you will be able to identify
Professor Sana, I think you muted yourself. Okay, I think we're back.
Okay, what time it muted? I don't know how come it muted.
For a second or so we didn't miss too much.
Okay. So after graduating, these are the program outcomes. Every student will know all about this. They will be able to analyze and interpret technical data. They will be able to use math, solve problems in electronics. They will be able to conduct standard tests and measurements. They will be able to conduct, analyze, and interpret experiments. The students will be able to identify, analyze, and solve engineering technology problems. They will be able to build circuits, amplifiers, radios, control systems, and they will learn about fiber optics, transmitter, and receivers. They will be able to read circuit schematics and how to build circuits. And we have also software programs. They will be able to solve and analyze the circuits in the softwares. So they will learn hardware and software, both of them. So it's all about electronics circuits. Electronics is used almost everywhere. Everything is electronics. Your phone is electronics, laptops, electronics. Any device you use is electronics device. So all the companies, they need electronics, engineering technology technicians. Many times you will have also projects as a group. So you will learn how to work as a team. This is the pattern sheet. So the total credits after finishing the degree, you will have 66. You will need 14 credits like in pathways for all the majors from Common Core. 10 credits from Flexible Core. So these courses are fixed. You have to choose only one of these courses. Like for example, in the Common Core, in A, you can take ENG 110 or ENG 111, any one of them, and ENG 112. So you have option to choose between 110 and 111, but you have to take 112. So some courses are flexible, you can choose, but most of them are fixed because it is applied degree. So the courses are fixed. The major requirements, there are 42 credits. Every student needs to take those courses. ELC courses, all the ELC courses are electronics courses. First course is DC circuits, ELC 11. Second is ELC 15. It's computer applications in technology. ELC 18 is computer programming course. ELC 21 is AC circuits. ELC 25, 35 are electronics 1 and 2. ELC 51 is control systems or electronics control. ELC 81 electronics communications. ELC 94 is lasers and fiber optic communication. ELC 96 digital systems. So these are the ELC courses, electronics courses, major courses. You have to take all of them in order to graduate. So the total credits you will have once you finish the degree is 66. Electronics engineering technology is accredited program. I told you before. We have also Industrial Advisory Board. In order to receive high-level expert advice and input from industry, we have Industrial Advisory Committee. It have mostly experts from industry and some from academia. And we meet once every semester to look if any updates in the market, if any changes we need to make. So the program is always up to date related to the industry. So after finishing the degree, the program is designed, you can go right away and join the job market. But some students, if they want to go for bachelor's degree in engineering, they can go to New York City College of Technology. We have articulation with them. Or they can also go to any other college they want and they will evaluate their credits. But with City Tech, it's already articulation. This is the articulation with New York City Tech. So they take total credits 64. So if you go to New York City Tech, you will have 64 credits transferred already. You don't need to do anything. And in order to finish bachelor's degree, you will need 66 to 68 more credits. But you should have minimum GPA of 2.5 transfer to City Tech, New York City Tech. So this is the articulation agreement between Bronx Community College and New York City Tech for Electronics Engineering Technology program. So you can also go to any other college, but then they will evaluate how many credits to transfer. The job companies you can join after finishing the degree, you can go to MTA, you can go to Metro North, any railroads, DEP. We have so many graduates, they are working in Department of Environmental Protection already. We have some of our graduates working in MTA, Con Edison. You can also go join the cable companies, water treatment plants, any manufacturing industrial company, or the companies which are building medical equipment, and any similar companies you can join. But many of our graduates are already working in MTA, Environmental Protection, DEP, and some in Con Edison. So you might think about it can be the salary. With a CA degree, if you check on payscale.com, the median pay is 66,278. Depends upon your experience, you might get more or little less, but this is the median pay. So that was all about electronics engineering technology. Electronics engineering technology program is designed. You can go to job right after the degree, or you can also go for further education. You can do both of them. We have also another program. It is called engineering science. The degree we offer is AS degree, Associate in Science degree. This program is designed only for transfer. It's not designed that you cannot go for job right after this. You have to go for further education. But this is general engineering science program. If you don't know which major you want to go, you can take this program 2 years, and then you can go to any senior colleges and you can get degree in any engineering major. You can go in electrical engineering, you can go in mechanical engineering, civil, chemical, any types of engineering you can join. So, but this is only for transfer. This is not designed. You cannot go for a job after doing this because it is mostly theoretical, very few labs. So if you want to join engineering science program, the most important thing in that program is you should be very good in mathematics and physical science. You should have passion and interest in those courses because almost every major in engineering, they require a lot of mathematics and physical science backgrounds. So after graduating this program, you can transfer to senior college and continue 2 more years to get bachelor's degree in engineering.
Professor Sana, I'm sorry to interrupt, but right now we're looking at the pattern sheet that you shared a little while ago. I'm not sure if that's what we should be looking at in the presentation.
I don't know why it's lagging.
Oh, okay.
It should be showing now this.
Yes, I see engineering science now.
I don't know why it stopped.
But it looks like it's
because here it's moving, it's going to next slides.
okay. Well, we definitely see it now.
Yeah, maybe connection was low.
Okay.
Okay, so engineering science program, we offer degree associate in science. So this is the curriculum that is designed for students who have special interest in engineering. And they should be very good in mathematics and physical science. They should not be afraid of these subjects. They have to use it many times in engineering. You can transfer to any senior college and you can take any major. You can take electrical engineering, mechanical, chemical, civil, architecture, any types of engineering you can choose after this. So you will have 2 years already covered. You will need 2 more years to finish the degree. This program is not designed to go for job. This is designed to go for further education. Like electronics engineering, you can go to job or you can go for more education. You can get bachelor's degree. But this one is only for transfer. So after you finish the engineering science degree, you will be able to solve problems using principles of mathematics and science. You will understand the various engineering fields. Each field, you will know what it is, what they do in it, and the background in those areas. You will be able to solve mathematical and engineering problems by using MATLAB. MATLAB is programming software. You will be able to use MATLAB. You will learn how to use it. You will also learn about circuits, different types of circuits. And we have also C language program you have to learn in this major. You will be able to analyze digital systems, electrical diagrams. This is the pattern sheets, common core and flexible common core. You can see is always same, but you will see higher level physics and math and engineering science. The physics you have to take is physics 31, 32. Mathematics also, the requirement is math 31, 32, 33, and 34. So this is high level mathematics and physics because they are transferable. When you go to 4-year or senior colleges, they transfer these physics and math, all of them. You will not have problem. Then you have to choose also the restrictive electives. Between one of or two of these courses, you can take maximum of 5 credits from this. Chemistry 12, Chemistry 31, EGR 21, EGR 31, ENG 223, and ALK 96. These are restricted electives. You can choose between 0 to 5 credits from this. For example, if you choose CHM 31, it's 5 credits. So you will take only that one course. You don't need any other. Once you finish the degree, the total credits, you will have 60 credits. So you can transfer to any senior college which offer engineering degrees. They will accept all of these 60 credits. And then you have to complete the remaining credits there. This is my email address. If you have any question, anything, you can always ask or send me the email. Anyone have any question?
Thank you so much, Professor Sana. I think we just want to give some admissions information briefly, and then we will open it up to the floor for Q&A.
Okay.
To continue just using the chat function in the meantime, but we'll definitely have plenty of time for question and answer. I want to just make sure that those that need it have their information for next steps for admissions as well. We did already get a couple of questions in the chat about that, so I want to make sure that we get that covered. Now, for those of you that haven't yet started an application, I do quickly want to go over the steps to apply. It's very easy. You can start the application online through the CUNY website, which is listed right here, and we'll put that in the chat for you as well. There is an application fee, which is $65 for freshman students. Most freshman students that are coming from a New York City high school are eligible for a fee waiver, and your guidance counselor should have those codes, so just ask them for it if you don't already know it. And for transfer students, there's a $70 application fee. There are special circumstances due to the COVID-19 pandemic where we can request a fee waiver on your behalf. So if you need that, you can reach out to us at our admissions email, which is listed right here, and we'll also share that in the chat, or directly to CUNY. Once you've submitted your application, all you need to do is submit your official documents. Now, the CUNY application does allow for you to apply to multiple colleges at once. You can apply to up to 5 different colleges. But if you're only applying to BCC, if it's your #1 choice, we recommend that you just send your documents directly to us via email, so we can expedite and make the process much faster in reviewing your application. And those official documents are going to include, for high school students, your official high school transcript, or your GED or high school equivalency diploma. And for transfer students, that's also your official college transcript from any institution you've attended. You can just request these documents from your school and have them sent electronically directly to our admission email. That's the fastest way to complete your application. If you're applying to multiple CUNY schools, then you'll want to follow the prompts that are listed on CUNY's application submission website, and you'll just want to submit them all to the processing center. It does take a little bit longer. Now, just some helpful tips. Once you've submitted your application, you're going to want to make sure that you're checking your email regularly. This is even after you've received your acceptance. This is how we at the admissions office will stay in touch with you and remind you of important updates, deadlines, and reminders. So be sure to check your email and stay on top of things. You can also track the status of your application online through your CUNY First account. After you've submitted your application, you just get prompted to claim your CUNY First account, and you can log in anytime to review the details of your application. Once you've done that, and no matter where you are in the process right now, if you're thinking of applying for the fall semester, you want to make sure you're also submitting your FAFSA or your financial aid applications. There's 2 applications that you want to submit: your FAFSA, which is the application for federal aid, and TAP, which is for New York State aid. You start off with the FAFSA. The website is here, and we'll share that in the chat for you as well. You're going to complete the 2021-2022 application, and then once you finish your FAFSA, you'll be prompted to complete TAP as well. Why do you want to submit this? Because you could be potentially eligible for over $11,000 in aid, which is essentially free money to you in the form of grants, which is the combination of the Pell and TAP to help you cover your tuition costs. And many of our students, about 9 in 10 of our students, do receive some form of financial aid. So this is a huge benefit for you to make sure that you complete this process and fill out the financial aid application. At BCC, we do have very low tuition rates at just a little over $5,000 a year. So if you qualify for the full amount of financial aid, you can see by just doing the math that you would be more than covered for the cost of tuition and even potentially left over school-related expenses. Now, if you have questions about your financial aid application, we will share the financial aid phone number and email in the chat and at the end of the presentation. They also have an online virtual counter that you can access throughout the week to speak with a financial aid counselor one-on-one. Now, after you've been accepted, which I know a lot of you have already been accepted, so once again, congrats to those students that are already accepted. You want to make sure that you go ahead and commit to BCC. By committing, you're letting us know that you want to attend BCC this fall. You can do this very easily through your CUNY First student account by accepting the offer or via your email. Once we send you an acceptance letter, we'll also prompt you to click a button that says I accept, or you can email us at this email address here I accept BCC at bcc.cuny.edu. So we give you a lot of ways to let us know that you do plan to attend BCC to make it as easy as possible for you. And you should do this as soon as you're ready to commit to BCC, because once you complete this step, we can start preparing for you to get registered for your classes and meet with an advisor and get all set with your schedule for the fall semester. And that's really the final step in your enrollment, is registering for classes. And like I said, this happens after you've committed to us and committed to the college. You'll shortly after receive an email with details on instructions on how to schedule your appointment. All of the appointments right now are one-on-one with an academic advisor, and they're virtual through video chat. So we send you an invitation to schedule your appointment, and then you'll meet with somebody to discuss your schedule via video. And during your appointment, you'll be able to review your major. So if there's questions that you still have about what you want to study at BCC, you'll have the opportunity to do that. You'll also pick out your classes for the semester. If you wanted to take a summer class, you have the opportunity to select that at this time as well. You can also just go over any kind of questions that you might still have, and then explore options about participating in orientation over the summer, and also finding out how to request a loaner laptop, which we are giving to students that are in need of it for the first semester while we are still partially remote. So these are things that you can expect to cover in your advisement appointments one-on-one. And if you've already been accepted and finished these steps, you should be expecting to receive that email very soon about registering for classes. So that's all I wanted to share with you tonight for admissions information. If you do have questions, now is certainly the time to ask them, whether they're for Professor Sana on the engineering programs that he discussed today, or if you have admissions questions, please ask us now. We're also leaving our contact information here, so if you can't think of your question, please feel free to connect with us after today. So please, now the floor is open to you. I did see, I think, a hand raised at some point. So if you raise your hand, feel free to just unmute yourself and ask your question. I think it was Johan. Did you still have a question?
I did ask, what her name, Natalie, what was the question about?
Okay, you already got your question answered from Natalie?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, but we are here until 5 o'clock. So please, you can continue to use the chat if you feel more comfortable that way asking questions, or just feel free to unmute yourself at this time and ask questions that you have for us.
Erica, may I say a couple of words while students are thinking about the questioning?
Yes, please.
I'm Jalil Moghadassi, Chair of Engineering, Physics and Technology Department. I would like to thank all of you for taking the time and attending this wonderful, basically helpful meeting. I would like to thank also Erica, Natalia, and also Dr. Sano for a well done presentation. The engineering, the electronic engineering technology and the engineering science programs basically are two rewarding programs, in the sense that when you attend these two programs, after 2 years, you can get a job and go to a 4-year college. So a lot of basically programs don't offer that. For instance, if you go for, let's say, physics, after 2 years, you won't be able to work. You have to go to a 4-year college and you get your degree. But if you go to electronic engineering technology, after 2 years, you can start working with the cable company, with Con Ed, with Department of Environmental Protection, any agency in that field as a technician. And then you can pursue your higher education to get your bachelor's as well as your master's degree. And a lot of times, the company pays for it when you go to get your, your 4-year degree. Another thing is that, as Dr. Sano mentioned it, we have accreditation with some colleges that when you go there, they accept all your credits. So I want you to take advantage of that. The department is a very, friendly department. We help you all along the way, and you're not going to be left alone. So we're there to help you when the pandemic is over pretty soon, maybe next semester. You're welcome to come and see, our labs. We have laser labs. We have digital electronics lab. We have, robotics and microprocessors. So very basically interesting laboratories. And I encourage you to think about attending, engineering, electronic engineering technology, or engineering science if you want to go for aeronautics or mechanical. College and become the engineer, basically field that you're interested in. The salary is very competitive comparing to other fields, and the program is an accredited program. If you don't want to go to colleges that you have articulation with, you can go to any colleges, and since the program is accredited, they will accept most of your credits. Okay, thanks again.
Great, thank you so much, Professor. We did have a question in the chat asking how we can get into that program from Eider. I did ask what program specifically you're referring to. I will just say that these two programs, they don't have separate admissions requirements. You can indicate that you want to apply as this is your major when you do the application or when you're meeting with your advisor. If you didn't already say in your application that you wanted engineering or electronic engineering technology, and now you want to switch your major to that, during your individual advisement session, you can certainly tell your advisor that and they can take care of it for you there. But if you have follow-up question to that, please feel free to ask away. Okay, great. I did have a question in the chat just asking once again kind of what the next steps are after you accept the offer of the admission. So I'll just review that once again. After you've accepted the offer, that's you telling us that you want to attend BCC. And then we will be following up with you to schedule a registration appointment for you to meet with your advisor individually and select your classes. What you should also be doing kind of at the same time is completing your FAFSA application and your TAP application for financial aid. So you shouldn't wait until you're scheduling classes. You should do that as soon as possible. This way we can process all of that for you. And by the time you select your classes, you'll know how much aid you're eligible for this semester. So that's something that you want to make sure you're doing at the same time. Okay, I have another question in the chat about studying abroad. That's a great question. We do have study abroad programs at BCC. Most of them are through like consortium programs where we don't have like a BCC in Italy, but if that's somewhere that you're interested in studying in, our study abroad office can help you to connect with different types of programs abroad. Of course, that has all been on pause due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In the interim, we have offered some virtual study abroad programs. Those have been a nice alternative. Of course, not quite as exciting as actually going abroad, but hopefully as we continue to improve in this pandemic, study abroad opportunities will be available once again. These are some great questions. Please feel free to keep asking. Don't be shy. This is a fairly small group, so great opportunity to connect with our professors and us here in admissions to ask any of those burning questions that you might have before you get started at BCC. So please ask us while we are still here. And Natalie is also sharing in the chat some helpful links. I know I mentioned that before, so feel free to save the chat or copy it before you leave today. This way you can refer back to it after the presentation. She did share a link to our admissions YouTube channel, which will be uploading a recording of this presentation by next week. So if you want to review it again, it'll be there for you, as well as our other admissions presentations. And I always forget to mention, if you don't have questions, you are free to go for the evening and enjoy your evening. And I want to thank all of you once again so much for joining us this evening and learning more about our programs that we offer in engineering. But if you do have questions, feel free to stay on. We will be here to answer any of those questions that you do have. All right, have a wonderful week, everyone. I see a couple of you are signing off in the chat, so thanks again and have a good night. All right, well, thank you so much, professors. I think that pretty much wraps it up. We will continue to communicate with the students that joined tonight and just remind them of next steps and to enroll. And if they should have your contact information, I know Professor Sana and you, Jaleel, did share that also in the chat. So just thank you again for participating always in these events. I think they're really informative and students enjoy connecting with you.
Okay, thank you very much and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah, Nicole, thank you so much. And Natalie as well, we really appreciate what you've been doing to set this up. I know it takes time and efforts, but it really helps, to inform students to get more students into the, program. It's a great program, but we need to market it. And we really appreciate what you've been doing. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.
Bye
Bye-bye.
Take care, Angels.
now, take care.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, so we are concluding the presentation. There is our contact info if you do wish to follow up with us in the future. But once again, thank you and have a good night.